Hey everybody, my name is Shane Verone, the Executive Chef at Wentzel'S Seafood, and I want to say welcome back to Cooking with Chef Shane. Please, if you can, click the link in the description box to see this recipe and previous recipes and videos that we've done in the past. Today we're going to be cooking our blackened red fish with crawfish tails simmered in andouille sausage veloute. It's going to be served with oven roasted tomatoes and sauteed asparagus. So, just to kind of go over these ingredients with you, I'm going to be using puppy drum, also redfish, just a smaller redfish, so they call it puppy drum. I have some really nice smoked andouille sausage. We're going to be building that sauce with some onion, yellow onion, some garlic, some fresh parsley, and then of course we got those tomatoes that we're going to be roasting with some herbs, and we're going to be blackening our fish with some butter. And of course we'll serve this with some fresh lemon. So I can't wait to get started and show you how we cut all this stuff up. Alright, now that we're at this point, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how we do these two side items. Like I said, we have these roasted tomatoes that we're going to do. They're very sweet, actually taste like little pizzas. So we're going to take a little bit of olive oil and put them in the bottom of our metal pan. And we're going to throw these guys down and kind of spread them out so they'll get a good even roast. You can flip them some skin side down. But don't overcrowd the pan because they'll steam instead of roast. We're going to hit them with some kosher salt, some cracked black pepper, some granulated garlic. I use dry herbs here, so I'm bringing in some oregano, some thyme, and some basil. So you're looking for a good coat of these herbs. And then you're just going to come back and hit it with some more olive oil. And those are ready to go in the oven. Now moving on to the asparagus, we're also going to roast it as well. So with that, we're going to once again drizzle the pan with some olive oil. And once again, we're not going to overcrowd our pan because we're roasting here. So that's good right there. And then of course a little bit more olive oil, and just here we're just going to bring in some kosher salt and black pepper, and then we're going to add a nugget of butter, and I like to put a little lemon and try to get a little sear on that lemon as well. Alright, now that these are prepped up and ready, we're going to pop them right in the oven. Okay, I can't wait to show you guys how these look when they're done roasting. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and start to build that sauce. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our pot smoking hot, and then we're going to add that andouille sausage. And it's going to start to release all those oils and fats that are in it. And then we're going to add the onion and garlic, and we're going to brown all of that off. And then we'll actually add some flour and do like a roux basically in the pan and get the sherry and all the other ingredients going. So what we want to start with is some olive oil. And like I said, you want to kind of have that oil almost to a smoke point so we get that good hard sear, and it'll start getting all that fat out of this andouille. Okay, so now that we got that sausage rendered a little bit, we're going to add a little onion. Okay, so now that these onions are starting to turn, they're starting to lightly brown, we're going to add our garlic. And we are looking for all of this to get caramelized at this point. Okay, so now you can see how these onions and garlic are just browned. Not too dark, not too light, but nice and golden. We are going to add just a couple nuggets of butter because I'm going to be creating a little roux in here because I got to tighten this sauce up. So basically I'm adding some all-purpose flour and we're just going to mix that around. It's going to be just a hair more. Alright, and once I have it all incorporated, we're letting it cook for just a minute to release all the gluten in the flour. Now we're going to simply deglaze the pan with some sherry. I use a dry sherry and just a little shot. Alright, give it a mix. See how it's thickening up? That's good. And we're going to add some chicken stock. It has a little bit of thyme in it. Alright, and then we're going to add some heavy cream. Okay, so once I mix this cream in, I'm going to switch out to a whisk. Now we're starting to whisk this stuff. Alright, so roughly you're looking to simmer this sauce for about 10 to 15 minutes, but we're not done. So now we're going to start to season it with blackened seasoning. I use Chef Paul Perdome's blackened seasoning. It's my favorite. He also makes my favorite andouille sausage, or their company. So once we get our blackened seasoning in there, we're going to hit it with, of course, some Tabasco. So now you have all these components, the andouille sausage and the caramelized onions and garlic, developing so much flavor and incorporating with that cream and chicken stock, and then round it out with that Tabasco and blackened seasoning. It just really comes to be an amazing sauce. But anyway, we're going to let that simmer and then we're done. So then we can go ahead and sear this fish off and make the finished product. Alright, so now it's time to blacken that puppy drum. Start off with some oil, some olive oil, and as that's getting hot, I'm going to go ahead and throw blackened seasoning on the top of this fish, and let's shake off that excess, and we're going to lay it away from us and look for that sizzle. Okay, so now how you can see the fish is starting to get white around the edges. It's almost time to flip, so what I'll do is throw in some butter, throw a couple lemons in there. Beautiful. And that looks perfect, exactly what we're looking for. Got a nice even crust. Alright, so now that this fish is done, it's perfectly cooked, go ahead and turn the pan off, and we'll go ahead and make that sauce that it goes with. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and build the rest of this sauce that's going to go over the top of that fish. So we're getting our pan going with some oil. Good hot pan so it doesn't take that long. We'll take some garlic. We're going to wait for that to brown off, and then we're going to actually deglaze with some white wine. Alright, so now that we have that browned off, we're going to throw these crawfish tails in there. And the crawfish tails are already cooked, you know, so we're just going to have to warm them through. Like that. And then we are going to deglaze with some, of course, that white wine. We're going to throw in some fresh parsley, and then we're going to put in that andouille sausage veloute we just made, and we're going to let that cook down and finish it with just a little bit more of that fresh parsley. Give it that nice lightness on the background. I see that we reduced it just about there, so we could go ahead and put this plate together. Okay, so now that I have this crawfish and andouille sausage veloute done, I'm going to simply spoon that right over the top of that beautifully seared blackened red fish. That's gorgeous. Then we are simply going to serve this, of course, with that roasted asparagus. So just pencil thin asparagus is what we're using. Just like that, and I have those roasted tomatoes right out of the oven that are absolutely fabulous. And we're just gonna finish, of course, with some fresh lemon. And there you have it. That is our blackened red fish topped off with sauteed crawfish, simmered in andouille sausage veloute with oven roasted tomatoes and roasted asparagus. All right, come see us at Wentzel'S. Thank you.